Hello YouTube, I'm back again. Today I would like to thank all the people that's been supporting my channel. I mean, I'm just amazed at the support I got over the last few days. I'm totally stunned. Thank you very much. I want to make sure that I let everybody know, and I'd like to thank all the new people that came over to my channel and the new subscribers that was sent over to my channel. I'd like to thank everybody. I mean, really, it was just been fantastic. I mean, my numbers are getting up. It's gonna take a while, but I moved up another 231 hours from what I originally had. So I'm like, wow, and that was great. That was just over the last few days. I mean, last 3 or 4 days. I mean, wow. But anyway, I just wanted to make sure I get that out first. But I want to talk about a few things here. And first thing I want to talk about, if you're a prepper, I mean, if you're serious about surviving any kind of unexplained event or unforeseen event, I should say, you need to do this right now. You need to get electrical power, and you need to have water, and you need to know how to make water. When I say make water, you need to know how to purify water, and everybody should have that formula, and everybody should have bleach in their house. Okay, so if you don't have that formula, look it up. It's on YouTube. It's a lot of people out there, they show you how to do it. It's a lot of good examples, and you need water, because I'm gonna tell you something. I've been having this feeling, could be gas, but I'm just saying, I've been having this feeling that we're about to go through a big power outage, power and water. And I don't know when, and I don't know how, but you know, like here, we always have power problems here. I mean, storms roll through, power go out, you know. I mean, it may go out for an hour, may go out for 15 minutes, or it might go out for 10, 12 hours. But I mean, if anywhere where you go through storms, you're going to have power outage. I mean, speaking of storms, I see down in the Gulf of Mexico down there, the Gulf Coast area, around New Orleans and Houston, that little part of Texas down there, they finna get hit by 2 tropical storms, one with hurricane force winds. I mean, in the same day, basically. I mean, they like a couple of hours apart. I have never seen that before in my life. I mean, when they were talking about it on TV, I said, wow. I mean, this has been a strange year, and everybody know it. You know, it's been a strange year. This is going to be a year we can go back and talk to our kids about, you know, the little ones that might not remember this, the ones that's young and might not know anything about what's going on right now, how chaotic it is. That's what I want to say. Yeah, and then, you know, you got the wildfires that have been burning for 2 weeks. 2 weeks out in California. You know, it's over 600 fires burning out there. I don't know how they do it, but I gotta give praise to those firemen out there and those first responders and everybody that's helped trying to fight those fires out there. I mean, I don't like fire. I'm afraid of fire, and I couldn't run into it like they do. Yeah, I like to say some good things about them. Yeah, but out in California, it's burning again this year. Another thing that I told people they need to keep a lookout on is cyber attacks. That's telemarketing. There's going to be one ring and it's going to stop. See, we got that thing now. Keep them off the phones. Cyber attacks. I see where Australia, they got through and did some things to Australia about a month ago. And then, you know, Canada had 2 attacks, and they suspect China and Iran. And you know, we had that cyber attack get through a couple of months ago here, and they trying to get it. They're trying to do it again. Cyber attacks. We got to be ready for that, because they really want to knock out our power grid and mess up our thing right now, because we in such I say turmoil. Okay. And another thing I wanted to say is keep your eyes on the city. See, I'm in the city, and I've been seeing a lot of things. I mean, I don't go too far. I mean, I drove my car to get some gas the other day. That's about it. And I noticed there's a lot of strange things that's not, let's say, how they not supposed to be where they are. Okay, let me just leave it at that. Yeah, some people say it's that new whatever it is, that 5K or 5G they putting up there, but I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of trucks in my area that I don't recognize. Okay. And another thing that I wanted to say is this asteroid that just missed the Earth the other day. We had an asteroid that missed the Earth that they didn't even know was coming. I mean, it went right by us, and they didn't know it until after it passed because they said it came out of the sun. So we should worry about those things? I don't know. And then they said another asteroid is coming election day. What else is going to happen? I mean, it's like science fiction. It's something out of a comic book, you know. Everybody's voting at the polls or fighting over who's going to send stuff through the mail, and all of a sudden the asteroid comes, boom, wipe us all out, send us back to the age of the dinosaur. But this asteroid is, I think they said it's like 7 to 8 feet wide. It's not a giant asteroid. I mean, but an asteroid at 7 to 8 feet wide that's coming at that speed, it can do some damage. It can make a nuclear explosion, or it can mess up, let's say, the gamma rays or whatever rays it is that coming from the sun that, you know, can poke a hole in our atmosphere, and then all of a sudden our electrical grid go down. Okay. Anyway, I want to say one more thing, and then I'm gonna be through. I didn't want to make a big deal out of any of these things, you know. I mean, being American. I mean, I know I got a lot of people that's not American watch my channel, but I want to say, being American, you shouldn't try to kill Americans over an election. I mean, I hear a lot of people. Now, I always said this in one of my other videos. I'm not for a revolution. I'm not for a civil war. Because really, if you sit down and you really start thinking about this, if we have a civil war, it's an open door to UN troops, to Russian troops, to Chinese troops coming in and protect their interests. It's a plot, you know. And it's like, some of you not old enough to remember when the wall came down in Berlin. Remember the Berlin Wall? You know who made that wall fall, right? We did. Ronald Reagan. He told them, tear down that wall. I remember it clearly as it was yesterday. And they did, and there was no more Union of Soviet Socialist Republic. It was no more. Russia lost about, what, 7, 8 states that's left their republic, and they've been pissed off about that ever since. And you know that Putin was KGB. It probably still is KGB. I mean, he was like one of the big heads of KGB. And I see where one of the people that oppose him just got poisoned. I don't know. They say he got poisoned. He said he got poisoned. He was in a coma, but I don't know. But anyway, so I'm just saying, everything that's happening over here that is happening, that is so strange and so unusual, I wouldn't be putting it past Russian influence and Chinese and Korean influence and Iranian influence, because they hate us. And if they could tear us down from the inside out, they would. I be watching these people who's getting this money from these organizations all of a sudden that they didn't have money, now they getting money, now they all out there burning up stuff. I be wondering why. And people should always wonder why. Why all of a sudden we decide that peaceful protest is not enough, that we should just start burning stuff. It's unexplainable to me. I can't understand it. I got a niece, and she's one of them people that's out there protesting. I pray for her, worry about her, because anything can happen. You know, she can get shot. by the police at one of them rallies that they go to. But to me, I'm gonna just tell you like this: I'm an old school, you know. I believe in nonviolence. I believe in you have the right, your First Amendment rights to march and protest. You know, I was 30 years in the post office. I was a union steward. Yeah, you know, so I banged heads with management all the time. You know, at one point I was management, but that's another old story there. And so I'm just saying, people, stop burning up stuff. You know, I done seen people lose their stores, lose what little they had, and didn't do a thing to you, and now they're homeless. I see people, apartments get burned down because at the bottom was a store, and the people lived upstairs, and now a lady and her 4 kids are living in the shelter. So I'm just saying, think about what you're doing before you do it. You know, put your mind in motion before you put your mouth in gear. But I don't know if you're gonna listen to that. And another thing is that we having so much eviction out here now. I mean, people are getting evicted left and right, and I don't understand it. I mean, they were giving them a break, and all of a sudden they're not, because the people in Washington is playing politics. You know, they holding everybody's money back. You know, they're holding it hostage. Congress, they've been in there too long. These guys been in there 40, 50 years, and they forgot about how it is to be a working man and work, you know, day to day, scrub out a living. But they need to be replaced. I mean, everybody, when the election come, vote for new Congress people. People that want to help the people. I mean, not people that want to play the political game to get their own gain in. But anything, you know, I say that every time about politics and people. You know, I really don't like to talk about it, but it got to be said every week, because, see, sometimes you only learn if you repeat things. So we just need new blood in the game. That's all. That's what I'm going to say. We just need new blood in the game. They holding people money hostage that need it. You know, and like I say, FEMA camps are going to be built now, because we're going to have so many homeless. So many people that's now refugees out here, and they have no place to go. I see where some places are putting them up in hotels temporarily, but then once that run out, they have no home to go back to. And then with all this fire that's going on in California, a lot of people there are gonna be homeless. And then I don't know how many people are gonna be homeless after these storms hit the coast down in the Gulf Coast. All right then. I just going to say thank you, YouTube, and thank everybody for supporting my channel.